Welcome back to some more Need for Speed Heat. Now today we're going to be talking about what I want to see and would like to see in the next Need for Speed game. And I'm specifically in Need for Speed Heat Unite, because this is the perfect base to explain all the things I want to. Now first off, let's start with the map. We have all the basic things we need for a really good map. We have a beautifully big city. We have a racetrack over here. That's extremely nice. We even have a rocket launch pad like NASA. We have NASA in this, guys. NASA. We even have a mine. I forgot about this. This city is full of skyscrapers, and that's what I want to see in the next game. I want to see another big city. Obviously, in Need for Speed Unbound, we have one similar to this, Lakeshore City. That city feels, I don't know, it feels a bit dark and dingy. It doesn't feel as bright and, I don't know, vibrant as this one. I think Lakeshore is a tad bit bigger than this city. It's just the atmosphere of the city. It just doesn't feel alive. It kind of feels very dark, almost as Need for Speed Most Wanted did back then. Now the next big thing I want to talk about is the fact that we don't even have a dealership in Need for Speed Unbound. Payback had one. This has one, as you can see. Why did they remove it? I feel like they should always have some type of dealership. I think personally Need for Speed Payback did it the best, because you had different types of dealerships at different locations, which sells you different types of cars for different types of occasions, like off-roading, drifting, and well, racing, and etc, etc. That would be really great to see again. Now he did it good as well, especially with all this lighting, and it just looks so beautiful, so very nice. And the thing is, with Heat, they introduced a metric shit ton of cars at launch, which we didn't have before. Take the 488 Pista, for example. This is a really good car in Need for Speed Heat. We have an FXXK. We had a lot of convertibles, including this Jaguar. We had a lot of Aventadors, like we even had the Pafomante Hurricanes. Oh, and how could I forget the C63. This thing is beautiful. It's the most gorgeous Mercedes ever made, and we finally have it. Now obviously in Unbound we only received more convertible versions of existing cars and some new cars which we wanted, like the Charger and a lot of other newer cars. And obviously with updates we we got some pretty good vehicles, like the Maybach was a cool vehicle. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to drive in a massive land yacht at 200 miles an hour? That thing is insanely fun. Now with Need for Speed Unbound, we started receiving a lot of, how can I say, electric shit. But for the love of God, man, please don't plague the racing games with electric cars too. We play racing games to escape the dire situation and the fact that we have to live with them in the first place in the real world. Please don't add any more of them. They are boring, they're fast, but they are not fun. Now obviously I would love to see this returning. The fact you can switch in the game with a press of a button between day and night. This was revolutionary, ladies and gentlemen. This was I think the best feature about this. You hustle in day for money, and at night you build your reputation, and you might risk it all because the cops are so good in this. We're gonna come to that in a moment. The time of day and weather changes constantly. You never get bored on staying on only for, let's say, rainy weather, or I don't know, a very dull daytime. I don't know. Need for Speed Heat's daytime was very rainy. I wasn't very bright and vibrant as it should have been. But I feel Need for Speed Unbound's daytime, just a normal daytime, not the one with the rain, doesn't do it justice. Now let's get in a cop chase. There's a beautiful cop right in front of me here. Now let's talk about the cops. In this you have the option to pay a bribe, which was really good, but in the next game I want them to not have that. Now obviously I don't think we have that in Need for Speed Unbound, but the cops in Need for Speed Unbound are so fucking terrible. They are hateful. I forget every time I play that they even exist. It's such a shame that they went from this, where the cops were so brutal at launch that they had to patch them or nerf them 3 times because people were complaining. I want aggressive cops. I want to shit myself when I play a racing game. I mean, the other night I played this and I had so much fun grinding to rep level 50 in this. This was so much fun, and the way they advertise the game is just makes it so much better. The fact that they're saying, be careful out there, you might risk it all, we're gonna come for you, you know, all these dark and sinister ways of telling you that you need to be careful or you might get burned. Now obviously the PvP aspect is way better in Need for Speed Unbound, and this time they're doing really good. They're actually listening to the community, and that's what I want to see in the next game. Now the next game isn't most likely gonna be a Heat 2 or I don't know, Heat V2, I don't know. Need for Speed Heat will come back probably in the future, because this is the best Need for Speed game in modern times. I would like for the single player aspect to have a bit more juice. Maybe learn from Need for Speed Heat. Why not have a rep level system just like this, but make it so that the max level is, what, I don't know, 70 like in 2015? Why not make it level 100 or 150? I don't know. Bump it up. Give us like a reason to keep on playing the single player, because now the single player is just dead once you've completed the campaign, which isn't really good as well. Once again, we're gonna come to that soon. Now the biggest change they did, oh shit, no, this is what I mean, I want to be bullied. Now the biggest change between this and Need for Speed Unbound is that in Need for Speed Unbound they separated the multiplayer and the campaign, which is a massive no, just don't. And the worst part of it all is they did it so half-assed. Why didn't they separate the livery system? Why, when I save a livery on, I don't know, a Mercedes C63 in campaign, the livery is still saved even in multiplayer? So I can't have all the cars in multiplayer. So you have to remove and sell all your cars in campaign or story mode for you to have the maximum capacity for liveries. And by the way, we're in 2024, okay? Forza Horizon recently increased the max liveries you could have, or well, what I mean by increases is by doubling the amount of liveries you can have. The technology is there. We're already on the next platform. And I mean, for God's sake, we're already on the way to the next generation of consoles. We're only a couple of years away from what, the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox, I don't know, something X and S. Now the next thing I want to talk about is you had all the different types of parts which you unlock with level, not by purchasing an upgrade for your garage like in Need for Speed Unbound. This is a really good system, and the reason I say that is you have ultimate parts and ultimate plus parts. Now you had to get to heat level 3 or heat level 5 to unlock these races and do them the same night. This was so fun to do. It was such a good implementation, and it actually kept you playing this game. I mainly actually played story mode in this because it was so full of stuff to do. The cops were so fun, and you had heat races. Now with this, you had to really push in the night with fucking brutal cops, mind you, to unlock these parts. And you had 2 sets for each part type. Even for turbos, you had to unlock 5 different types of turbos. I would love to see these Ultimate and Ultimate Plus parts return or something similar. And obviously, please add back a garage like this. It's so colorful, it's so fun. I love this garage. This is by far the best garage, and with the Unite mod you have this huge ambient light strip around, which just makes it so cool looking. It's gorgeous. It's perfect actually. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys want to see in the next Need for Speed game. And remember, these are only my opinions. This is what I want to see, and everybody has their own taste and opinions. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, consider leaving a like and a subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, enjoy your day and goodbye.